the Canadian national team. This is a national team that has been praised in the past because they have just been so great ever since they qualified for the FIFA World Cup in 2022. But after the World Cup, it is safe to say that in 2023, the Canadian national team were quite poor, if we're being honest. In today's video, we're going to be looking at why that is, and we're going to be looking at the rise and the fall of the Canadian national team. Yo, what is going on, my YouTube people? 29 United back here with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be diving deep into Canadian football, and we're going to be looking at what is really going on with this Canadian national side. Why aren't they performing as much as they should be? What are some of the reasons, and is there any solutions for this Canadian national team, and what can they do to come back on top like they were last year? If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to smash that like button, subscribe as well. It really does help me quite a bit. And without further ado, let's get started. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the CSA, the Canadian Soccer Association. I would say, in my opinion, that is the main culprit, the main suspect as to why this Canadian national side is not performing as well as it should be. They have had constant financial problems, constant scandals and controversies. You hear it all the time, especially if you live in Canada or in North America and you're into football. You've 100% heard of it. They've had so much stuff going on, so much controversies, that it is sort of understandable as to why this Canada side is not performing as well as they should be. And when you've got a board, a association that is not doing well, you can easily expect this national side to not do well as well. So the issue to that is, get a competent board, get a competent association who can do things right, who don't have any problems and controversies, and that might help the Canadian national team a lot. The second thing I want to talk about is they recently got rid of their coach, ex-coach, I should now say, Herdman, the manager who led this Canadian team to their first World Cup in, I don't know, ages. It's been so long since Canada have qualified for a World Cup. He is now coaching a team in the MLS, Toronto FC, and the Canadian national team now has Mauro Biello. And Mauro Biello is not an awful coach by any means, but is he really suited for this Canada team? Personally, I don't think so. Some do think so, some don't. Again, it's a little too early to say because he's just been hired. But recently, Canada, they've been playing in the CONCACAF Nations League against Jamaica. And the winner of that also gets qualified for the Copa America. You would normally expect Canada to breeze past Jamaica. And to be fair to Jamaica, they have a pretty good national side. They're getting a lot of more dual nats, and it's cool to see that, to be completely honest. It's really nice. It's like a new sleeping, I guess, underdog that is slowly emerging in CONCACAF. It's kind of cool to see, but nevertheless, this video is not about Jamaica, it is about Canada. You would still expect Canada, with the star power that they have, Alphonso Davies, Stephen Eustáquio, Tajon Buchanan, Jonathan David, Kyle Lowry, all these guys, you would expect these guys to put on a show and destroy Jamaica. In the first game away in Jamaica, Canada won their game, barely, and in the returning, because it's two games, it's two ties, they came into Canada and they lost against this Jamaica side. And this Jamaica side then directly qualified to the Copa America, because CONCACAF teams now can qualify for Copa America, which is cool. And Canada is left in a playoff spot against Trinidad and Tobago that will be played next year. This is not something that should be happening to this Canadian national team. You compare that team, and they're a pretty similar team. They're not different, really. It's not completely different to that team that they had last year to what they are now. It's just a significant decrease, a significant downfall, and it's just not looking good as well. Look, I'm not here to say that Canada is an amazing national side. They didn't do as well in the World Cup, and kudos to them. They really did try their best. Against Belgium, they were really unlucky to not get the better out of that game. But against Croatia and Morocco, I think it's safe to say that they were both the better team. Now, this is a case of these guys do have the star power, like I've just mentioned. Davies, Buchanan, David, all these guys. They've got the good players, but they're just not able to connect well. And that's probably due to the coach and what's going on over at the CSA. And how that's going to get fixed, I don't know. I don't see how this is going to be fixed in the near future. It really needs some addressing, because the way this is going, the Canadian national team are not going to do well. They are qualified for the next World Cup no matter what, because they are one of the hosts. But if their goal is just to be there just for the vibes, then what really is the point? You want to go out there and have a good, successful World Cup. And with the way the CSA is going on right now, Canada just looks doomed, to be completely honest. They really don't look that well, especially if you compare it to the US and Mexico. Of course, Mexico hasn't been that good as well, but they can still hold their own. But especially comparing it to the USA, I mean, last year, I guess we could have easily said Canada was on top of CONCACAF for a moment because they were that good. Doesn't seem like it anymore. And a lot of fixing needs to be done, because if it isn't, the next World Cup is not going to look good. I want to know what you guys think about this Canada soccer situation. Do you guys think it's fixable? Is it going to get fixed in the near future? What needs to be done for this Canadian national team to come back to what it was last year? Again, all my links will be down in the description for you guys to check out. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, all those will be down in the description for you guys to check out. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Damn, I'm on red alert. Now she went up in the dirt.